Dear community of St. Paul, I will give this video, this reflection, in English and then in Spanish. Querida comunidad, voy a grabar esta reflexión en inglés primero y después en español. I was so happy last week when most of you stayed home and did not come to the church parking lot seeking communion. Some of you phoned to say that you'd gone to some other church where they were giving out communion in the parking lot. Emily Landon, an epidemiologist from Chicago, gave a 7-minute talk on why it was wise to stay home. I'll put it up on our website. She said that the greatest thing we could do to fight this epidemic is to self-quarantine. Even our Catholic Church of Fort Worth finally got the message. This week, no communion in the parking lot. No confessions. No nothing until further notice. But there's one thing that we do know, and that is the love and the compassion and the kindness of God for each one of us, no matter how sinful we might personally feel, or how we might view our family or our neighbors. The compassion of God reaches out to us all. In the year 70, 40 years after the crucifixion of Jesus by the Roman government, they decided to teach all Jews a lesson. They came and they destroyed the city of Jerusalem. They burned down the temple. They took lots of people into slavery. And the rest ran, fleeing for their lives, out of the city. What's his name? Rabbi Joshua, a young rabbi, standing in the ruins of the temple, began to cry. And he said that now the way the people had gotten in touch or at one with God was now lay in ruins. But Rabbi Yohanan, an older rabbi, said to him, "Don't be aggrieved like that. We still have our way to God." And he said, "How?" And the rabbi said, "With love and compassion for each other." The Jewish community believed, the Pharisees believed, that that's how they best reach God. Now there were different Jewish groups at the time of Jesus too. The Pharisees, Sadducees, Qumranites, Zealots, Sicarii. They all had the views of how to reach God. But the only group that survived this destructive time was the Pharisees. 2,000 years later, they still function, knowing that God reaches out to each one of them. Jesus said the same. Good Jew, speaking to his Jewish disciples. Where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, I am in your midst. Now we have the opportunity to put this aspect of our faith into action with this self-quarantine time. We are called to reach out with kindness and compassion to those in our family and to our neighbors. We do not need to run to the church to find God. We will find the Spirit of God in our family members. Wouldn't it be wonderful if at the end of this coronavirus crisis and our self-quarantine is at an end, that we have discovered the God in each other, this God of love and compassion. God bless you.